Trust your worth. Don't settle for anything less. It takes a strong person to remain single in a world that is accustomed to settling with anything just to say they have something. What a powerful and truthful quote. Have you ever been in a situation where someone is interested in you and pursuing you for a while, but you know you aren't feeling it and you just decided to go along with it anyway? You thought your feelings may change, but not really. You know you feel guilty about it, but for some reason you talk yourself into going along with that unfulfilling relationship. You then look for evidence in your daily life and even talk to your friends why this is a normal decision. Well, I bet you would find proof everywhere. We live in a world where social norms often emphasize the importance of finding and maintaining a partner. It can be challenging to remain single without facing societal pressures and expectations. It takes true courage and strength to resist these pressures and prioritize one's own happiness and fulfillment, even if it means going against the grain. I know personally, I've been there before in a relationship that I wasn't really happy with. And in fact, I even knew before I decided to be exclusive. But I admit, I didn't have the courage to be single at the time. The fear of being alone was so powerful that I couldn't resist the temptation to settle. But luckily, I finally decided to end that relationship. Difficult, but well worthy decision. Many people would rather choose to be in a relationship, sometimes just for the sake of being with someone, than being single. They settle for relationships that are not right for them simply because they fear being alone. They may choose to be with someone who is incompatible with them or who does not treat them with respect, simply because they crave the companionship and the validation that comes with being in a relationship. They accept relationships that don't align with their values. Seriously, look around you. We are surrounded by so many mediocre, average relationships. When you are single for too long, people will think you are not normal. But if you are in an average relationship, the one that you are not in love, that make you feel drained, your partner is not up to your standards, is out of shape, and that you don't feel motivated to do anything, then they think you are normal. Isn't that so interesting? Society would rather accept unhealthy relationships over happy singles. Do you know why? Let me tell you why. Because when you settle, you are like one of them, and that won't make them feel bad about themselves, about their lives. When they see one more person is in an unfulfilling relationship, it reinforces their beliefs that they make the right choice. At the end of the day, who wants to be wrong, right? Who wants to look at themselves in the mirror and admit that they settled? Nobody would want it. Since the fear of not being accepted by others is greater than the pursuit of fulfillment, people sadly give into that fear. This doesn't mean that being in a relationship is inherently negative, but rather it is important to find a relationship that adds value to one's life, not one that fills a void or satisfies societal expectations. You choose to be single, not because you want to, but because you are willing to wait for the right person. Choosing to remain single signifies a conscious decision to prioritize self-respect. personal growth, and emotional well-being. It's about recognizing that true fulfillment in a relationship doesn't come from settling for convenience or easiness, but from finding a genuine connection with someone who complements and enhances one's life. I know staying single in today's world is not easy by any means. I want to remind you of this quote. It's hard to wait for something you know may not happen, but it's even harder to give up when you know it's everything you want. Staying single, not because we have to, but because we choose to wait for the right connection, requires immense courage and self-respect. It's a celebration of authenticity, personal growth, and the belief that we deserve relationships that enhance our lives, not drain them. Always remember that you don't have to love or hate singleness. You just simply realize that it is a part of your journey, of your growing process, a chapter of your life. There will be days you hate it, and there will be days you love it. Accept both feelings, like chapters in a book. Don't settle for a placeholder. Trust the wait. Trust the journey. Trust your intuition. One day, you will see it was all worth it. Hey, I hope you enjoyed this episode. Thank you for choosing to listen to my podcast. I love doing this, and I do it in my spare time. And your ratings and reviews would mean a lot to me. From the bottom of my heart, thank you. And until next time, never stop believing in yourself and always be your badass, authentic, genuine self.